Good evening. We're here at the Mission Control Center at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. We're continuing to take the opportunity during the pre-flight period to interview some of the flight control team. Joining us now is Ken Neiss, who is the CATO officer from the Space Station Flight Control Team. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the CATO position? What does that entail?
Sure. CATO stands for Communications and Tracking Officer. So what we do is we work and make sure the links for commands, telemetry, voice, and video are good between the ground and onboard the space station. And in particular, for the shuttle mission, we're making sure the voice between the shuttle and the station is good, and the passing of data between the shuttle and the station is good.
Tell us a little bit about your background. What led you to this job at NASA?
It's a weird, wild path. I went to Penn State University, and I got my undergrad there. And each year they'd have a career fair, and NASA would be one of the booths there. And so, of course, being a person that always loved space, being part of the Young Astronaut program in third grade, got that card somewhere in the house. But I've always loved space, and so put in my resume each year, and I went to grad school at Penn State too, and the second year in grad school, after putting in the resume, I got some interviews and got some phone interviews and was asked to come be a part of NASA.
How long ago was that? Like, how long have you been working here?
I've been working here for about 6 years.
And all supporting space station?
All supporting the space station.
What do you love most about your job?
Well, I have to say the best part of the job is being a videographer, basically, a glorified videographer. Using our external cameras, we can point and zoom in, zoom out, get some Earth views. For dockings, undockings, we get those views set up. For hurricanes, we get some views that that public affairs gets to put out onto other news channels and so forth. So it's a very fun view, and it's just every view is different, and every piece of video, it's a lot of fun.
We were just commenting before this interview that some of the views you were getting, because a lot of times on this ship you guys use the cameras, and you're the team that is remotely operating those and panning, getting some of the exterior?
That's correct. We have 4 external cameras that we can use at this point in time, and as we speak, my back room is working the cameras to provide some good views of Earth views, I believe.
And sometimes I'm imagining that you get requests from specific teams wanting to get views of a certain area?
Yes, for damage assessment. Sometimes we get requested to use some of our cameras to zoom in certain areas, and whatever we get asked to do, we oblige.
And so you mentioned your back room is doing that now. Tell us about your back room. Like, what kind of team is supporting you on a mission here?
On the mission, we have 2 backroom positions. One position, the vendor, deals mainly with the video systems. And for shuttle missions, it's very important that we have a good video plan, especially with international partners and their requests, and the EVAs, the spacewalks, and their requests, and their needs, and robotics operations, which require a lot of downlinks. And we've got 4 downlinks, and we've only got a limited number of pathways to get all that video to the ground. So that's what our Avenger is doing. And our second backroom position is called STARCOM, and they're mainly responsible for the audio and the UHF RF link between the shuttle and the station, and also our main data and command path from the ground to the space station.
So how much busier is your position during dock shuttle mission versus normal stage operations?
Normal stage operations, we actually do keep pretty busy with the audio and the video and anomalies that might pop up, but it's different. It's exponentially harder and exponentially more challenging and more work to do during a shuttle mission, which is why we do have 2 additional personnel to help us out.
Well, do you have any advice for students who are in, the college track or might be interested in a job at NASA?
Yes. My background is from engineering. I was an electrical engineer. I actually focused on communication systems. But just go for it. Whatever you're interested in. You want to have a job that you like coming into work each day. You want to have a job that you have fun doing, and you can make a living off of too, of course. It's another bonus. But the biggest thing is you want to be able to go to work happy and leave work feeling fulfilled. And this is a dream job.
Great words. Sounds like you have a real passion for your position.
I do. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's Ken Neiss, the Communications and Tracking Officer from the International Space Station Flight Control Room.